Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to first lift up your Toyota Camry, secure it with jack stands, and also I'm going to show you how to change your oil afterwards. Here are the tools that you need. I'm sure I'm probably missing one or two things, but to jack up your car you need a jack stands right there, and some general tools that you need to change the oil is just a set of wrenches. This special oil filter cap removal, I'll have a link in the description if you want to check it out on Amazon. A pan to catch it, and a funnel, and find the oil. I'm using Mobile 1 0W20, and here is the filter. So the jack position of your car, if you go look right down center, you will see just right in front of the exhaust, that midpoint with that hole right there, highlighted right now, that is a jack point. I'm going to position the jack right there, right underneath that point. So next we want to position our jack stand at a jack point. And how to find it is very easy on the Camry, because once you look next to your wheel, right underneath here, you'll see an arrow, and that arrow points to where that point is located at, where my finger is at. So on my jack stand, I also like to include this rubber, I don't know what it's called, but I'll have a link to it, where that link is at. So all you have to do is just position your jack stand right where that pinch point is at, and that's it. Alright, let's go do the other side. So once I have the stands in, now I can lower this. So I like to leave the jack, along with the jack stand, have 3 points of support. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Open up your car. Pull that. Alright, here we go. Here's the engine. This is the dipstick. This is the oil cap. As you can see, the oil cap also indicates what kind of oil you need. 0W20. First, open up the oil cap. Letting air in helps the oil drain faster. Okay, so I'm going to show you where your drain plug is at and your oil filter is at. Once you get underneath the car, right next to where you jacked up the car right there. By the way, I added a wooden block just to give some clearance for jack stands. So right next to it, there's your pan. That's the pan. Right behind the pan, there's your plug right there. That's what you want to release to drain out the oil, and that's where your oil filter is at. So everything's right here. Very easy to access once you have the car jacked up. Alright, let's first position the oil catcher right underneath here. Then I have a 14mm socket. I'm going to, once it's loose, you can use your hand. It's a good idea to always put down cardboard underneath it, and also to always have wipes around to help remove the oil if you don't want to mess up your driveway. So, as I remove this, oil comes out. I'll lower the pan, and I'm going to wipe my hand and the drain nut so there's no more oil. As this is draining, on this drain plug, here's a gasket. This is a crush nut. And as you can see, this is pretty flat. I need to put on a new one. If you don't see one, then it's probably still stuck right there. and you do want to replace it if you can. Now if you don't have one, it's okay to reuse it. So it took about 4 minutes to drain. I have my new crush nut right here. I'm going to put it, the drain bolt. And you might say, hey, there's still more oil coming out. Yes, you could wait until it comes to a drip, but I'm okay. You're always going to have some old oil in it anyway. So as I put on the new nut, let's wipe away the oil. Hand tighten it. So now I'm going to tighten it up. After I hand tighten it, I'm going to turn this. I'm going to tighten it to like it feels snug, and now I'm going to do a quarter turn. Yep, that's good enough. Okay, so this is the oil filter. There's no direction, top or bottom, just fits right in. Now let's put this to the side for a second. Inside here, you'll also find 2 rubber O-rings and kind of a funnel. And they have very, at least the Bosch has very detailed instructions right here. And as you can see, it recommends to remove the cap plug, and then you can insert. I'll have a picture description right here showing how you do it, but basically you insert this plug into it so that you can drain out the oil and remove the pressure before you take the cap off, right? Alright, so I'm going to get underneath and I'm going to at least try to see if I can remove the oil plug. If I can't, then I'm just going to remove the whole remove the oil cap instead. Alright, let's see if we can remove this cap. All you have to do is just insert the wrench straight into that square socket right there, but I have an extension right here. Let's see if I can remove it. I doubt I can, but I'll go ahead and try. So, okay, so I guess because I never have done it, you can see that the cap is already starting to turn. So nope, I can't. But under normal circumstance, you can, and it will drain. Probably another video will show a better video, but for me, I'm just going to remove the cap and replace the oil filter. As always, have your catch pan underneath right here, and here's some grooves. It'll match up at the back right here. I'll show it to you after I take out the filter. So I'm just going to position it. Alright, it's locked in. And I'm just going to release it. So again, this method is just a little bit more messier. Alright, let's first look at the oil cap right here. So as you can see, there are 3 grooves right here and grooves right here, and as you can tell, all you want to do is just make sure that it fits in like that, right? The grooves right there, and this side like secure. Now you can counterclockwise and remove the cap. Okay, alright. So the second thing I want to show you is that on this cap there's a rubber O-ring. You can remove it. So remove the old one. Here's the new one. One, two. Just pull it back down. Alright. Now it's a good idea to lubricate some oil around here. Alright, once that's in place, now all we do is just take the new filter and place it in. And that's it. Alright, let's put in the oil filter. So you just keep on tightening it and until it's tight, and you will feel that you can't go anymore. Yep, that's it. It just suddenly stops and you can tell that it's done. Alright, so let's now lower it. So I need to jack it up a little bit. And go to the side. Remove one jack stand. Remove the other jack stand. I can lower the car. Alright, so I'm going to fill the oil, and I just want to, I drew some marks on here just to show what's going on. This engine drain and fill, including the oil filter, requires 4.6 quarts. So I need to stop and check at 4 quarts, and I need to be careful that don't go beyond 0.6, so about halfway there. So I should just have that much oil remaining at the bottom. So I have my funnel right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is, at this point, it's at 4 quarts, a little bit over 4 quarts. I'm going to remove the funnel, start up the car, let it run for 10 seconds, and I'm going to let it sit for about another 30 seconds, and I'm going to check the dipstick real quick. Dipstick's right here. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to wipe it with a rag. And so as you can see, that there are 2 dots right there. The oil needs to be between these 2 dots. So I'm going to stick it all the way back down and pull it all the way back up. And as you can see, the oil is right at the first dot. Alright, so I'm going to open up the cap. Add a little bit more oil. So, oil right now is roughly at, oh my, I don't think you can see it, but there we go. As you can see, it's about a little over half in between the two dots. So that's pretty good. You can get closer to the upper half, but if it's within those two dots, then you're good. You don't want to overfill and you don't want to underfill. Once you have your oil change, now you want to reset. So you put your key in, crank it to the second notch, and what you do is you want to go to you see the settings right there. Just press this button, press the middle button, which that's the middle buttons. Alright, and then you just go all the way down to use the down arrow, go to maintenance reset, says reset yes, and now you reset the maintenance complete. Again, thanks for watching this video, hope you enjoyed, and good luck on changing your own oil in your